welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Nina.
Hello everybody, I'm Shane. We're still talking about $500,000 for a gift. This is part 2. And okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yes.
We've been saying GIF, but I hear a lot of people say GIF.
Yeah, some people say GIF. I've also heard GIF as well. So many people say it in different ways. I think the most correct way is GIF, or the most common way is GIF.
It does seem to be. I mean, also because if you think of the word gift or give, we're going to say, we're not going to say give.
We're not.
Give me a piece of pie?
No, yeah, you would say give me a piece of pie, just like GIF, right?
Yeah, but I also heard you say GIF before.
Yeah, GIF, because it's, it's in capital letters. It's just like, it stands for something, right?
Yeah,
GIF.
Right, it stands for 3 words. So in fact, you could say that, like GIF.
Yeah, you could.
But the most common way is definitely GIF. But I was just curious to ask you. I'm wondering, what do you guys say?
Yeah, I think this is a question amongst friends often asked, like, oh, is it GIF or is it GIF? Or is it, GIF? Which one do you say?
Who does? Okay, well, let's take a look at $500,000 or a gift, part 2.
NFTs have been traded since around 2017, but have recently experienced a huge rise in popularity, possibly because COVID-19 forced people to spend more time in online environments. A number of high-profile big money sales in early 2021 also added momentum to the trend. However, as the popularity of NFTs has grown, so has the suspicion surrounding them. To most people, NFTs simply make no sense. After all, anyone can own a digital file for free just by saving it to their computer.
All right, so I think why don't we go ahead and stick to the most common way, GIF, right?
Yes, GIF.
Let's continue to stick to that.
Yes. All right, so let's learn more about GIFs and NFTs in this crazy, crazy world. All right. NFTs have been traded since around 2017, but have recently experienced a huge rise in popularity. Possibly because COVID-19 forced people to spend more time in online environments.
Okay, that makes sense.
Everyone's on their computers at home, and everyone's like, oh, let's find out what this is,
Yeah, and since you can't leave and you really can't have contact with the real world, the physical world, you're spending so much time in an online digital environment.
Indeed, and then people started trading images online, so trading, like buying and selling.
Yeah, a lot of times when you're sitting around bored, you come up with some new things to do, and now we have NFTs becoming more and more popular.
Yes.
Okay, a number of high-profile, big-money sales in early 2021 also added momentum to the trend. So high-profile just meaning they're very in the news and everybody's talking about it. So some of these NFTs have been sold, right?
Yeah, maybe they're famous.
Like this $500,000 one for the neon cat.
Yeah, so that made it even more of a trend, right? So a lot of more people are doing it.
However, as the popularity of NFTs has grown, so has the suspicion surrounding them.
Ooh, suspicion. So what is suspicion? Suspicion in this case would be like doubts, like, what is this about? I'm not sure if I trust it. Or when you're suspicious of something. Yeah.
You're just like, wait a second, I'm not sure if that's true. Or, because here we're suspicious about the idea, is this really something worth value?
Yeah.
Because it's not something you can touch.
I think a lot of people have suspicion about it, but we have to understand more.
The example sentence here, Bernie's sudden weight loss has raised some suspicion.
They're like, why is he suddenly losing weight? Maybe he met a girl.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
All right, so there's suspicion surrounding NFTs and the exchange of NFTs. So you see the motion of surround. It just means to really kind of go around something.
Yeah.
If you think about a wall.
Yes.
And you say that a wall surrounds my home. That means on each side of the house, you really can't get in or out without passing that wall, over it or through it or something like that.
Yeah, or you could say the people surrounded the performer.
Oh, right.
Because they were all around the performer.
Or you could say there are many concerns surrounding the new policies.
So around the new policies, people are concerned about it,
Yeah.
right? To most people, NFTs simply make no sense. Like we said, most people.
Yeah.
After all, anyone can own a digital file for free just by saving it to their computer, right?
Right. So
We were talking about how you can just copy a file or a picture from the internet or screenshot it and, send it around. Who knows who owns what, right?
Yeah, so it kind of comes down to like an intellectual property idea and what it means to own something and just to own a creative idea. So in this case, you did actually create it and you can see it, but you can't touch it. So what does it mean to own that thing?
Yeah,
That's
interesting.
what makes this so fascinating.
Yeah, maybe it's also like maybe if I borrow something from you, and then I give it around to other people, it's still yours, Even if I share it with other people, it's still going to belong to you, isn't it?
That is true.
Yeah, but in digital form.
But that's like if I give you this thing, it's like if I just like can copy it and give it to you, then which one is the original if they all look exactly the same and they all have the same function? Yeah, boom, mind blown. Why don't we take a break and digest this a little
Let's
bit?
think about it. See you after the break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。在第一天的课程，我们对了 NFT 有初步的认识。那么今天的课文会帮助我们更了解 NFT。课文写到说，从2017年左右就开始有人在交易 NFT， 但它是最近才大受欢迎。这可能是因为新冠肺炎迫使人们要把更多时间花在网络上，花在这个网络环境里。那么去年初呢，有一些备受关注的高额销售，也替这个趋势添加了动力，让越来越多人关注它的发展趋势。文中它是用到 high profile 这个复合形容词，是形容引人注目的或是备受关注的。那么 momentum 这个名词则表示动力、推动力，可能是让事物它持续发展或是增强的动力。好，那随着 NFT 的普及，人们对它的怀疑也随之增加。对大多数的人来说 ，NFT 根本没有意义啊！毕竟任何人都可以把数位档案存到自己电脑，然后可以免费拥有它，何必特别弄个 NFT 证明自己是正式拥有人呢？好，我们看单字 suspicion。Suspicion 这个名词，它表示怀疑、猜疑。那它的形容词是把 ion 改成 ious， 变成 suspicious， 那就是形容可疑的、起疑的或是怀疑的。再来看 surround 这个动词，它本来有围绕、环绕的意思，在这边它是指跟什么密切相关。那我们直接回到课文中。
Furthermore, the supply of NFTs is quickly growing beyond the demand for them. Thousands of new NFTs go on sale each day, but there are nowhere near as many people willing to invest their hard-earned cash in them. Indeed, for many, the current NFT craze shows all the signs of being a bubble. Bubbles occur when prices skyrocket for a short period, only to crash horribly once the excitement dies down. With this in mind, it will be interesting to see how the NFT trend develops over time. In the future, will we view the current NFT craze as a kind of group madness? Or will we regard it as the start of a revolutionary kind of ownership?
Right, so we're talking about owning a GIF.
Yes.
So really, if anyone could just download it to their computer and I could send it to whomever I want, I mean, I do own that thing, so that's what makes this so confusing.
Maybe you don't own it, but you just have a copy of it.
Ah, okay.
Maybe. All right, let's find out more. Furthermore, the supply of NFTs is quickly growing beyond the demand for them. So they keep coming more and more and more and see how it goes.
Okay, so we have the word furthermore. Furthermore is an adverb, so just like in addition,
Yes.
additionally. The example sentence, the exam will take place on Thursday. Furthermore, it is made up of 35 short answer questions.
Okay, so in addition...
Also...
Exactly, that's what it means.
Okay, so thousands of new NFTs go on sale each day. But there are nowhere near as many people willing to invest their hard-earned cash in them.
That's the thing, right? People don't really understand what it is. Why would you put your hard-earned cash into something that, it's not tangible?
Right.
So that's what's most people's concern. But the fact is, it keeps coming and coming, and people, high-profile people, are spending a lot of money, right?
Well, we had the same conversation when Bitcoin happened, and
exactly.
Bitcoin does really seem to be a form of currency now.
Yeah, and a lot of people more and more people are getting into it, right?
Okay.
And the word we mentioned, invest. So people don't really want to invest their money into it. So invest here, it could be money or time, but here it's mostly money, right? So you put in the money, so hopefully you can make more from it.
Right, that's the idea. You put in something now so you can get even more later.
Exactly. So if you invest time, for example, I am investing time at school so that maybe I can have more knowledge or have a better job in the future. So that's the reward from it, right? Another example is I invested a lot of money in Jimmy's business.
Right.
Okay, maybe Jimmy's business can bring you more money.
You can invest money, time, right. Okay.
Yes.
Indeed, for many, the current NFT craze shows all the signs of being a bubble. So something is a craze, it just means people are crazy about it. It's just like, whoa, what's going on? A bubble, okay? We know what a bubble is. Why are we calling this a bubble? Bubbles occur when prices skyrocket for a short period only to crash horribly once the excitement dies down.
Ooh.
So that's what they mean by a bubble. It kind of blows up, but bubbles are so fragile. And
They may pop.
And when they pop, it goes away. Pop.
So it might just be a bubble, right?
It could just be, yeah. Sometimes we talk about like a technology bubble or like a real estate bubble. Like people start spending a lot of money on something
And then
get
it just
crazy about it,
crashes.
and then it crashes.
So you gotta be careful with that. Either do it before it pops, the bubble pops, or don't do it at all. So we'll see. With this in mind, it will be interesting to see how the NFT trend develops over time, right? In the future, will we view the current NFT craze as a kind of group madness? Or will we regard it as the start of a revolutionary kind of ownership?
Yeah, just think about the internet. When the internet first came around, people were like, oh, this is just a trend.
Yeah.
No one's going to really be using the internet.
Yeah.
And then eventually, the internet is like the world. That's the only reason we're talking about this.
We're so reliant on it
internet.
now.
So you really never know when there's a revolutionary change. It sometimes looks like it could just be a craze.
Yes.
So when we say revolutionary, what do we mean by that?
What is a revolution?
So if for example, like a people have a revolution in a country, for example.
Yes.
That means that they take the way things are now and they break free of that, or they change that thing into a new way of thinking or a new way of being. An example sentence, the author claims he has created a revolutionary system for stress-free living. So this revolutionary system, it's going to mean this system is just going to change completely the way that you did something.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you think? What do you think? Okay, do NFTs make sense to you as a form of ownership? Why or why not? What do you think?
I think I don't know enough to be completely sure, but I'm trying to make sense of it by comparing it to maybe copyright, Let's say a singer owns a copyright to their song.
Right.
Anyone can download it. Doesn't mean they own it.
Right.
And they make money from it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that helps people understand a little bit more, but I'm still quite...
It is interesting because we had this conversation with music was one of the first things that they were talking about with illegal pirating and downloading. We realized that we're not going to ever be able to stop people from downloading people's intellectual property.
Yes.
But the person, as long as we know whose property that is, that person becomes valuable and they can make money in other ways because they become famous. Now people
They
want
have
you to
owners.
come on their talk show,
Yeah.
or maybe you're going to be in a movie, or if you're a musician or artist, people want to come to pay money to see you perform or do your art. So,
Yeah, I think this is still quite a mind-boggling concept for people to understand, right?
I think revolutionary ideas usually are. It's really hard to kind
that's
of
true.
grasp them at the beginning, but then later you'll look back and it'll feel like it's always been that way.
Exactly. So hopefully we'll understand it a little bit more in a couple of years.
Hopefully we haven't confused you as much as we feel confused about
Yeah,
this.
I
Hope
hope-
you enjoyed.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
刚刚说到，对大多数的人来讲 ，NFT 根本没有意义，而且呢 ，NFT 的供给正在迅速增加，超出了他们的需求。每天呢，有数千个新的 NFT 在贩售，但是愿意把辛苦赚来的钱投入其中的人却少之又少。对很多人来说啊，目前 NFT 狂热显示出泡沫化的迹象。当这个价格在短时间内飙涨的时候，就会出现泡沫。那么一旦大家兴致消退，就会造成可怕的崩跌了。老师们刚刚提到，泡沫是很脆弱，很容易破掉，然后就什么都没了。这时候我们可以用 fragile 这个字 ，F-R-A-G-I-L-E。fragile 是形容脆弱的或是易损坏的。那我们来看单字 furthermore。这个副词表示此外，而且。那么 invest 它可以表达投资或是投入，像是投入时间啊、精力等等。那课文最后写到，看 NFT 趋势如何随时间发展，将是会很有趣哦。不晓得在未来我们会把目前这个 NFT 狂热，把它视为一种群体疯狂，还是会把它视为革命性所有权的开始呢？就像这个网络当初它不太被看好嘛，结果现在每个人都很依赖网络，没有网络就不行。Nina 老师她用到 reliant 这个字。R-E-L-I-A-N-T，reliant 它是形容依赖的、依靠的。那么单字 revolutionary 它则是形容革命性的、突破性的，也可以形容革命的。老师们最后聊到 NFT 是令人难以想象的概念，也许可以从版权的运作方式去理解它。那我们补充一下 copyright 就是版权、著作权，还有 pirate。这个字可以当动词或当名词，当动词表示盗印、非法仿制，那么当名词则表示剽窃者或是非法仿制者。还有用到这个 mind-boggling 是拼作 B-O-G-G-L-I-N-G， 那这个复合形容词是形容令人难以想象的或是令人极为惊讶的。这边4个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是Only to 加原形动词，这部分可以接在主要子句的后面来表达结果却怎么样，不料竟然怎么样，用来强调结果令人惊讶或是失望。例如 They took a taxi to the restaurant only to find it fully booked。他们搭计程车去那间餐厅，结果却发现它被订满了。好，下一个重点是 once 当连接词呢，可以表达一怎么样就怎么样，引导表示条件的副词子句。那它引导这个子句呢，可以摆在主要子句之前或是之后。Once 在这边就跟 as soon as 意思相同。例如 Once he entered the room, he noticed a strange smell。他一进房间就注意到一股怪味。好，下一个重点是片语动词 die down， 它是指渐弱、逐渐平息的意思。举例来说 ，The storm will die down tomorrow。明天暴风雨就会减弱了。再来，我们看到把点点点视为点点点的用法，我们可以用 think of A as B、see A as B、view A as B， 或者是 regard A as B 来表达将 A 视为 B， 把 A 当作 B。还有我们在别课也学过 consider A to be B， 也是用来表达相同的意思。那这个 A 可以是人或是事物，而 B 在描述它的部分呢，你可以用形容词或名词表达。我们来造2个例句。Derek sees his current job as a stepping stone. Derek 把目前的工作当作跳板。They regard her as trustworthy. 他们认为她是值得信赖的。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
NFTs have been traded since around 2017, but have recently experienced a huge rise in popularity, possibly because COVID-19 forced people to spend more time in online environments. A number of high-profile big money sales in early 2021 also added momentum to the trend. However, as the popularity of NFTs has grown, so has the suspicion surrounding them. To most people, NFTs simply make no sense. After all, anyone can own a digital file for free just by saving it to their computer. Furthermore, the supply of NFTs is quickly growing beyond the demand for them. Thousands of new NFTs go on sale each day, but there are nowhere near as many people willing to invest their hard-earned cash in them. Indeed, for many, the current NFT craze shows all the signs of being a bubble. Bubbles occur when prices skyrocket for a short period, only to crash horribly once the excitement dies down. With this in mind, it will be interesting to see how the NFT trend develops over time. In the future, will we view the current NFT craze as a kind of group madness? Or will we regard it as the start of a revolutionary kind of ownership?
Permanent exhibits at the Global Environment Hall include Microscopic World, Life on Earth, and Taiwan's Ecology, showcasing the diversity of the world's ecosystems. In the Microscopic World Gallery, the National Museum of Natural Science transforms the work of its research staff into informative and entertaining exhibitions with an assortment of visual arts. The gallery utilizes high-end microscopic technology to demonstrate the basic structure of an ecosystem. It aims to educate the general public about how living organisms use different physical features to adapt to the conditions of the environment in which they live. The Life on Earth Gallery mimics the primitive world. The exhibits display the major ecosystems and various life forms through realistic scenes and include lifelike specimens of animals, such as Siberian tigers and zebras. The display board in front of each exhibit gives a detailed introduction of the species. Touchscreen devices with multimedia content also allow visitors to gain insight into the creature's natural habitats. The Taiwan's Ecology Gallery introduces 4 unique ecosystems in Taiwan: Dajia River Basin, Lianhuaqing Broadleaf Forest, Anmashan Cloud Forest, and Nanhu Valley.
See you next time!